So almost every video up very recently, I've been just it's been so hard for me to like not talk about male female dynamics, and literally everyone that I talk to when it comes to that literally has their idea of like what I'm talking about. So I might as well start with this one. Um, as far as that shit, so here we have RivahTV. She has about 170K subs, and here she's talking about women are furious with an NFL star for saying this. Now Simone Bill, is that Bills? And Jonathan Owen, I'm not familiar with these guys, so yeah, she talks more about like uh the black community, which I do want to kind of inch into as well, because the shit that us people with the BBC gene go through, it's astronomical, especially as a black male. Like, at that point, you had the misogyny and being lumped in with the freaking typical ass nigga. So a lot of issues, and then like black women, man. Oh, look at the freaking typical ones. Oh shit, man. Again, like explain all that shit might isn't be its own video, but let's get into this shit. This is talking about like NFL stars. Now, I do hear kind of often that, of course, I think it's even worse than I imagine, that like black celebrities, especially in the sports field, uh like in that space, like just a whole lot of bad shit, like egregiously bad shit. So like let's see what's happening here. So she talks a whole lot about like male female dynamics, like like regardless. So kind of interested seeing what she says here.
Dimes as we are. How in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? And how did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question.
So in this interview, I don't know if you guys have heard. Obviously, you probably already know about it. Simone Biles' husband, Jonathan Owens, who is a football player for the Green Bay Packers, he has gone viral. Okay, for making the sisterhood upset about his comments during this interview. In this interview, it was supposed to be about him, his past, his present, his future. And then the interviewer just kind of snuck in some questions about Simone Biles that has created such an uproar, of course, with women. So I'm going to just press play. I'm going to stop it a couple of times just because I want you guys to remember certain things before we get to the end of the video, just to keep it in mind. And then we're going to go ahead and give you my opinion on the entire situation.
Okay. Okay, did I actually not mute? Oh shit. Okay, so like let me make a guess. Like, is it about him talking shit about black women that he's like dated? Because I sound like that's what this is gonna like go towards. Him not saying a whole lot of like unfavorable things towards black women, which yeah, like it's like okay, listen, people. If I had a black girlfriend before, well, if I've had like a few actually, um, one that I made local, and like another one with like a Mexican woman. I've I barely had any white girlfriend period, like online or otherwise. Um, like I don't know what you know what it is, but I be stay having like the hardest time with that one. Um, and then like Asian. I only got like, my first kiss was with an Asian woman or like with an Asian girl when I was like 14 or something. But yeah, like that was like a long ass time ago. And she could not get off of me after that one. But I wish I pocketed her though.
Here, he's just saying he always believes that men is a catch, men is a prize. and so now it becomes like this common that men are
I'm like, okay, she got to be good at the time, but like
keep it in mind. And then we're going to go ahead and give you my opinion on the entire situation after the complete video finishes.
I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she got to be good. I promise you, I'm a real life story. And
So you was really the catch in.
I always say the men that catch, man. I always say we the catch.
So, just remember here, he's just saying he always believes that men are the catch, men are the prize, and so now it becomes like this comical situation after he says that.
In truth, if I say this out loud, was Jonathan Owens ain't really want Simone Biles. Is what you're saying.
At the time,
That's what
I'm not gonna say that.
That's what you're saying.
I was afraid. I was afraid to commit.
In truth, Simone Biles is lucky.
So now it's jokes, so what you're trying to say is that you didn't want her. Oh, so what you're trying to say is she's the lucky one. Oh, because, we don't really know you like we know her. So, what you're trying to say is it's a lot of assumption, joke, gimmick, playing around. I just want you guys to take note of this.
For what? Because she took a chance. She lucky because she wouldn't have all that. Jonathan said she wouldn't have all that.
Hey, now.
Because he had time.
I'm not trying to bring them nowhere, Freddie. This man's a hell of a safety.
So now it's like, when he says, oh, for what? Lucky for what? To be with who? Him? Who is he? He ain't nobody. She's the one. Just remember.
He will never be as good as a safety as this little is as a gymnast. You agree, bro?
You know what? He might, because the other day I said, you know what? In a couple years, nobody is going to call him Simone Biles' husband. They'll call me Jonathan Owens' wife.
Speaking of, I don't know if you saw it. On thing.
So she had to jump in there, to kind of defend the situation and say, okay, y'all are bringing him down to a whole certain level. Let me go ahead and jump in because now it's seeming like you guys are acting like he's worthless, that he's nothing. And my first initial, thoughts on this whole idea is that if you think so low of him and so highly of her, why didn't you bring her on and have an interview with her? If that's the case. But I mean, maybe that's a conversation for another day, but that's just my opinion. What's mind-boggling to me is that the same way that I have these conversations of, the women who try to tell other women like, oh, you the prize, you this, you that, you got the bag, you got your degrees, you got like the Kevin Samuel sound used to say, I'm a PhD, all of these things that make you think, that inflate the woman's ego to make her feel like she is of a certain caliber, of a certain quality because of the things that she has accomplished. Your celebrity and your accolades do not make you the catch or the prize of a relationship, and that's real.
Okay, so I wanted to hear this out like a little more than usual actually, because I'm not sure what's going on here, and I wasn't sure too because he was trying to say that he wasn't really anybody, she had the bigger follower count, and it's like okay. Now, so where this is kind of heading to right now is he's trying to pull himself over by making it more about him than his girl here, and that's purely because of not because, and in fact I think you should humble that both of them should humble themselves. I think she's a little more humble here, but I'd hear it out a little more, just make sure, because kind of is humble anyway, because she hasn't really spoken much. I think her name was Simone, something like that. Anyways, so he's basically trying to make this more about him than his girl, purely because of his status of being a celebrity, which I really don't appreciate, because as a man, you don't do that. It does already kind of look like, I mean, this sort of thing is iffy, but power can definitely get to your head easily. And it's like they were like joking and shit, and I sure so wasn't laughing. I was like what the fuck are they laughing about? The fuck is this shit? So I am glad that she was actually able to point that out. So like, let me just hear this little, like a little more before I go in just a little deeper, and I guess kind of my thoughts a little better too.
And this is of no shame to Simone Biles, because from what I see, she will completely understand what it is that I'm saying and where I'm coming from. And the reason why I say that is because her response to all the backlash that she has received was very much so in favor of her husband. Have we not seen or known enough that you can be amazing? You could be the best, Olympian that there ever was. That does not mean that you are going to be a good spouse. That does not mean that you know how to listen. That does not mean that you are bringing anything more to the relationship besides your gold medals. How is it that in one breath we are preaching to women that the things that you are doing or the money that you make or the degrees that you obtain do not make you the prize in a relationship? It runs way deeper than that. And in the same token, we're saying because of her accolades, she's the catch. How is that a possibility? Everything that I see here, from the way that that I viewed, this portion of the interview, was that this is a man of self-respect. And to me, there is nothing more that the world cannot stand most than a man who respects himself and has self-worth and honors himself. A man that will not bend or break or fold or diminish himself. People cannot stand that. They want to break you down and humble you. Okay, calm down. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, everything that you think you are, you're really not.
Okay, so a few thoughts. So okay, first of all, I'm fucking glad she's able to like point a whole lot of this bullshit out. Because, yes, we live in a very, very incredibly misandrous world, especially in the fucking U.S. when about like 16 or more% of like men are fucking homeless. And but they're so fast to like put a bitch over. I don't even get started, with that bullshit too. But okay, and bitches can get this like mixed up easily too. Where like look at my follower count, look at how much attention I'm getting, look at how much money I'm fucking getting. I'm better than like all these motherfuckers. So if anyone wanna try me while try to get with me, they got like a lot of shit to like prove. Cause I'm the bad bitch in the neighborhood. Like again, like she said, like that don't mean you're a good person. That don't mean you'll be a potentially good wife. I mean, there's potential there, but you're kind of like just destroying it with this sort of behavior. Okay, and then yes, it's also true that again, like since like there's so much like misandry around, it's a lot more tending to like put men down when they want, especially when they want to try to like come up. I see that shit almost every fucking day. And then it's back to the point too where men put each other down because they're trying to come up and try to prove themselves. And it's like, yeah, like at that point, like you gotta know your self worth. Like you can't just listen to like these people. Like I guess sure, yeah, you can take some accountability for it, but you also realize that yeah, like your self worth, like it needs to shine through. It needs to come out of the bullshit. Because like kind of like all you have is yourself to like believe in at that point. So it's very important that's what most guys lack now. Nowadays, I think especially like the younger guys, like people entering at colleges and are in their 20s. Because I've actually asked a good handful of like guys where some okay like most of them it's like nowhere, and this other guy like he was a straight up feminist. Oh yeah, like happy wife, happy life. Like now when all this shit is going down, like huh? And this is the same dude too, believe it or not, that he knows nothing, literally zero about the bullshit going on with fucking Twitch. Zero. So he know nothing about them ASMR streams, the freaking Amaranth shit, the Bad Bunny shit, which I'll get to Bad Bunny whenever I get. Like I need a very good plan to like get around to like the Bad Bunny shit for myself. I can't wait to expose that shit. Though like a whole lot of that shit is like lost to time. Cause like while Twitch holds on to like all the female streams, you know there's still some VODs that get deleted like straight Cathanos. But anyway, so okay, like then yeah, so like when a guy doesn't have all this shit, like he would need some mentorship or like have like the self worth, but more like the former. It's apparently easier to like come by than be like, hold on, the motherfuckers straight up hate my black ass, or I hate my ass for having a fucking dick. All right then, let nigga try to come up. I need to straight up tell these motherfuckers, hey, let a nigga pull up, let a nigga come up, and show y'all how a nigga should be like. What's like to be a true nigga, like a real ass nigga. Cause like apparently we need that shit more than anything else nowadays, especially when we're just dragged through the mud commonly. So again, I'm glad that you can see shit like that. But yeah, don't. But also like when we do come up, don't let the power go to your head, which is what she's trying to touch on, and like what I said. So let's see how much you can expand on those thoughts there.
It can't be just you. You can't be the magic. You can't be the prize. You can't be the catch. You can't be all of that. The only person that is capable of doing those things is the woman. You're just reciprocating. Or you're just benefiting. Let's keep in mind, okay, that in this interview, they also talk about the fact of how they met. So, when they talk about how they met, it was, a lot of details, but basically they met on a dating app, right?
Ooh, that's not a good start, man. Cause like I'm telling y'all, I kind of had a recording for that, but I'm telling y'all like dating app bitches are not normal. Like nowadays, man, oh my god, it is so fucking bad. Like even back when I was trying to like spam that shit years ago, when I tried to like get on that shit a good year or two ago, I literally got fucking nowhere. Why? Because they want the free top 1%, like the top 5 or so percent of like the best motherfuckers, while they have the shit ass behavior. Dude, like I was telling like this like one bitch that goes to me. Like I literally saw a fucking bitch simp after a dude, a fake profile by the way. That get this. He had on his profile that he was a child molester, a whole ass cupcake eater. But the profile pic, nigga look like Justin Timberlake. Yeah, these bitches. Hey y'all, are you alright? Like I'm sure jail was hard. Is the child alright? did the child feel bad after doing that to him? Like, I was like, what in the fuck? What the fuck am I hearing? Oh, you worthless bitches. If I had the fucking Infinity Gauntlet, oh my god. Nigga, ooh, nigga, if I had that fucking, don't get me started. Anyway, so another thing I want to touch on too was I see her being the prize in this situation, because of the follows and it's hard to measure up to in general. But I am a firm believer that. Hold on. But I'm a firm believer that men are the prize. Not a normal person, not a normal dude, because that's not a man yet. Because like we're supposed to like provide stability, like the wisdom, provide protection, provide, like whatever else we can provide and shit. And women are so quick to like, shoot that down, along with feminists. Where like the normal dude, you don't know what to think about that shit. So I want to like touch on that too, and like I kind of hope that she knows about that as well. So
they matched each other on the dating app. After he matched her back, she went on his social media. She liked all his pictures. She went and she messaged him. He also made note to say that, she drove 45 minutes to come hang out with him, to spend time with him while he was in school. She was really gunning for it. And this is not to diminish her at all.
So wait, so she was doing all this for him, yet she's getting put over? Ouch, man. What the? See, this is shit I'm freaking talking about. Like, see how shit gets fucked up when power goes to your head? This is a fucking example of how you shouldn't do that.
Because I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? You are pursuing of somebody. That means you see something. Because the same person that he's saying, how did you catch her? How did you this? How did you find that? How were you even possible? How was it? I guess the same people who were starstruck in the way that, that gentleman was speaking, in a sense of being that way. Obviously, it wasn't working for her. Obviously, the men who were just going to sit down and bow to her is not something that excited her. Hence the reason why she was on a dating app.
Okay, interesting. So I haven't really heard of, from my research, of that happening exactly, but I can see that happening often. The fact that women get like bored of being pursued after, and instead of like them pursuing another man. It's like, okay, listen, people. Like when you pursue something, that means you want something because of what? Because of like whatever value if you feel that thing has. That's apparently the same for people. Like she said, again, like she said, she pursued after him. Yeah, look at what this turned out to. Now I'm trying to think. You think like she's always getting backlash for this? I don't see how. Like that really don't make any sense to me. So let me think here. Again, she's doing all this stuff for him, but she's the one getting shat on here. That's a very odd thing, if you ask me. I guess he was like a bigger person in the grand scheme of things. I'm not sure right now, because I really don't know anything about these individuals here. But okay. Now, the main issue with women going on dating apps as well is they want the validation, which is really toxic. Which is really toxic, toxic shit. Because like when they get that, they don't want to do anything with the guy. Like, okay, I got my piece for the day. I got what I want for today, so I'm good on my own for the rest of the day, maybe the rest of the week. But I'll be back and see what other compliments I'll get. That's what the normal, typical ass modern women wants, and that's how their mind is like programmed. And then like of course like the fucking Sims, like they'll fucking shit on you too for even questioning or fronting that sort of notion. So I just wanted to like talk about that too. Damn it, what the?
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with a dating app. Before y'all get to, oh, so you trying to say this something? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying apparently the potential suitors around her were missing or lacking a certain quality that she felt was suitable to lead her. Obviously, the people in real time and in real life wasn't doing it for her, so she went to a dating app. And I'm sure the more that she got to know this stand-up man with self-respect, who will not diminish himself, who is strong in his masculine, she was like, oh yeah, he not playing no games. He not playing the rodeo. And let me tell you what I love about that. You see, a strong masculine man, it can be intimidating to a lot of people who are either not what's the words that I would say? They're very intimidating to people who are not confident within themselves. That's very true. And also, for the women who try to humble these men or who can't stand them or who try to, he act like he because he got so many options or, he think. It's because you feel like you are not to a certain standard to be with that man. So because you're not at a certain level to be able to be, in connection with this person, in a relationship with this person, in conjunction with this person, if you feel like there's a lot of things that they're going to have to nitpick with you, if you are not humble enough, it's going to cause a lot of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to be creating competition where there is none. Because a masculine man, he doesn't have any reason to compete with anyone. He's doing hit, and when I say with anyone, I mean as in who he's in a relationship with. There's no reason why a masculine man is going to be in competition with his wife or with his girlfriend, because he knows there is no way that you could fit into my role. And he has no desire to fit into yours. That strength, when a man can actually stand on his 2 feet, I'm telling you, a lot of people get very offended by it. But if a woman is in the same position, they will call her boss chick, boss babe, this, that. They will sit over there and raise the roof for her. They will give.
Again, like, just read my voice a bit. And like that's because like the misandry, because motherfuckers want to be so quick to be feminists and shit. Which again, it should have fucking hate, because again, it's just one of millions of examples of society putting women over. It's like, I fucking hate that shit. Like, it's so fucking common. It's not even funny. Competition. Men are almost inherently competitive. At least most of us. especially in the black and white space, I don't think I really see it when it comes to Latino men. I think I can especially see it. I think I can kind of see it in Asian guys. But that one it's more about proving honor to the family. But I'm not gonna get into that one. But okay, lay out something else. Point is, yeah, like guys, like we should on each other because like we're trying to like it's pretty much like our way of like having our fellow men come up with each other, if that makes any sense. Like kind of like this is like the fast lane, and you kind of need to be on that, or else you'll be bitch made. Is a thing there.
Give her all the support and admiration. Yes, she can do it.
And hold on. And yes, it's very important for like a woman to be humble, because guess what? If not, that's when I call a bitch a whole bitch. Because only bitchy women try to like compete and try to like supersede the guy in any sort of like degree. Trying to step on a nigga's foot for practically no fucking reason too. Like I've heard before, like, or even I was told before that, well, like women can do like anything a guy can do. You got that from your friends, bitch. First of all, like, huh? What the? It's like women literally, truly aren't built for that shit. Cause I've heard a military bitch doing all this fucking training, right, on some big boss shit from fucking Metal Gear Solid. You know what happened to her? Infertile. I forgot what the condition was called that she developed. Or it might as well be like a disorder, because of that, her like the details are kind of iffy right now in my head, but it sounded like her uterus was getting destroyed from all that fucking training. And because of it, she can't have any kids. So it's like bitches, like hoes, like you want to run that by me again? Not saying that happened to like every woman, but that's a clear case of like girls not being built for that type of shit. Clearly. So like I can only imagine like what it's gonna be like when I look further into that shit. I can imagine that throwing your hormones off too. Where you straight up black estrogen, but again, like that's something for future me to like look into. Of course, if someone has anything for that in the comments, I'd like to know about that. You're trying to do shit, man.
A man who does it all, what he's supposed to. I think it's very interesting that from what I've seen of this interview, this is just my opinion, guys. It's just my opinion. This is also my interpretation from what I see. It is leading other men to believe that they are supposed to diminish themselves and now do a role reversal because your woman makes either more money than you, she has higher accolades than you, she has more celebrity than you, and so you are now supposed to bow and say, oh yes, she's the prize, she's the catch, she's the this, she's the that. You're supposed to lie. Even if she pursued you, you're supposed to say, yeah, man, I'm just so lucky that she pursued me. Even if that.
Okay, so like when we're gonna be in that sort of situation, and the same thing if like the roles were like reversed, anyone would like lie and see how much they can get away with to like, because like at the end of the day, like that's having like a better lifestyle if you were in middle class or especially poor class. Literally dirt class. Like any guy would, want that. The issue is like dynamics being incredibly in the rich person's favor. Whereas, all I can say to that is, yeah, like get out of that situation as soon as possible. Whether it's getting government help, which is very unlikely, or just try running away with some money in the bank. Have like plans, because no one wants to really live like that. Only like the truly cowardly would. You don't deal with that shit day to day. Be taken advantage of. Because that's what that shit is. Let's see what else she was trying to say. But yeah, like, just because you have money don't mean shit. What that say about your character? It literally says nothing if you were just to like look at your accolades and like how much money you fucking make. Like, where's your character at? Like, it's not existent if it's just, this shit, like the more tangible shit. But apparently that's something people get mixed up all the time. So
they want you to lay at her feet. I want to bring this back up. So what's interesting to me is that, at the ending towards when he says, oh, well, she's lucky because she wouldn't have had all of that. And the guy was like, all of what? Who is he? As if he's nothing. He ain't nobody. She's the only one that's special in the relationship. She's the only one that is positive in the relationship. She's the only one that means anything in the relationship. And because of that, he can't have any goals on his own. He can't have any plans on his own. He can't have a vision on his own. No matter how good he is. He's supposed to shrink himself. I know that, Simone Biles is supposed to be, she is definitely considered one of the greatest of all time in her sport, in her gymnastics and as an Olympian. And, I think even as women, it's so interesting. Like, when you are a woman who is with a masculine man and you are strongly in support of him.
Okay, so, all right, so let me kind of point this out. That too. Well, first of all, I know nothing about these guys, but okay. So we're talking about a dude. Okay, women. Okay, again, like the title says, women are furious with NFL star for saying this. Okay, now I can totally see why. Because they're furious with him because he's trying to put over due to his accolades and straight up his fame and fortune and shit. Whereas this girl is like a high tier gymnastics girl. It's like, okay, like I see where she can struggle with that. Okay, I think she said she was a Olympic gymnastics, if I heard that right. Either case, like people would look at the NFL player as like the bigger star in that situation. I mean, with that one, that's just how society, like society is. And he should know. He should know that because, like NFL players are like revered. NFL stars are revered like almost all the time, unless they get into some deep shit. So he should know that, have that shit in mind, and should be aware of shit going to his head, like him being big headed. That's like the worst. That's one of the worst things you can have for yourself. Where you just put yourself over. Oh my god! So I can definitely see why women wouldn't like that. It's not just women. No one should like that. And then we're talking about a girl that pursued him. So it's like, where's the where's the humbleness? I'm still looking for it, y'all. Like it's not existent. Like that shit escaped us. We thought missed the plot with that when it's lost in the sauce.
Because what people see on the forefront, what people see, her being, again, all the accolades, the things that she does, who she is, behind closed doors, there's a lot of things that people don't understand, the vital roles that men play in women's lives. There's a lot of things that people do not see, and a lot of times the main people who see it are the women who are benefiting from it, and then they stand there and try to support their husband and say, I can't even tell you how amazing this person is. Yes, I was good at my sport. Yes, I was good at this. Yes, I was zoned in. But when it comes to relationship things, when it comes to life things, this is the person that I need. This is the person who is supplying me with things that you guys could not even fathom. The wholeness, the governing, the leadership, the support, the direction. Somebody doesn't have to, I'm just using this as an example. He doesn't have to be an Olympian to tell her things when she comes to him and ask him, babe, what do you think? What's your opinion on this? It's the logic that a man supplies, the insight. He didn't have to accomplish it to be able to tell her his idea. And she's like, you know what? That's a good idea. I would have never thought about that. That's the right thing to do. Okay, with this brand partnership, what do you think about this? He gives his insight. Yes, babe, you're right. I'm glad that I can bounce this off to you. And you can assist me because you are also in sports. And so you really understand where I'm coming from. So you can help me in this magnitude. She's sitting there and she's like, oh, in some years to come, they won't be talking about me. They're going to be talking about my husband because, he has a bright future ahead of him and he's doing great things and he's this and he's that. And they're like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, you just trying to support your man. You just trying to motivate him. You just trying to pat him on the back. Can we just talk about how people from outside sources, and it's so interesting because, again, it's not, in this case, it is not only women who sit up there and try to break up or not even break up, but come in between relationships and start to throw little darts in there. It's also men with the mindset that happy wife, happy life, women are the prize. That do the same exact thing.
I was really talking about that.
They do the same thing. Because now, it is like, oh, well, you'll never be the type of athlete that she is in your field. It will never happen. Why would you even say that statement as if they're in competition with each other? Who said that?
Go back a little. Let me hear that shit.
Why would you even say that statement as if they're in competition with each other? Who said that?
Hold on.
Who said they were in competition with each other? Who mentioned that? Like, who ever said that? Nobody. He was there to do an interview about himself. Okay, tidbits about talking about their relationship and stuff like that. You're the one who opened that up. You asked. You brought it, back to her. It was about him. People say, oh, well, because he said he didn't know who she was. And so, and maybe he didn't. There's a lot of Olympians that I have no idea who they are. Okay? And I might have seen their faces here and there, but I genuinely did not know exactly what it is that they do. Or, maybe I'll see them on social media here and there, but I don't know exactly. If somebody asked me, who this was, I might say that they're an Olympian, but in what category, I wouldn't know. That doesn't mean anything. What gets me too is with a lot of women in the comments is that he followed all the criteria that you guys say you want. He did the vetting. He spent time with her. He got to know her. He proposed to her. He married her. He's honoring her. He loves her. He's committed to her. But because he's not fanning her flame, and because he's not, she's this and she's that, because he's not going all the way. Because again, this is an interview about sports. This is now his personal relationship.
Okay, hold on. Okay, where's my shit at? Okay, I guess knows that too. He was the one that proposed to her, not her proposing to him. Now, I think that's something that I hear about in movies, with like the girl proposing. Now, while that may be traditional, and far more common for the guy to like deal with, she can do it whenever she wants to. I believe there need to be more equal ground towards that and not be looked down upon, especially when she's the one that pursued him first. So like that would mean that would indicate to me, or at least be implied, that she wasn't feeling it enough to, do that first. Like there was something lacking that he didn't have. Like she saw like enough to like still be with him. But as far as like her being compelled enough to propose to him, she wasn't feeling it. Like there's apparently more that he needed to like do for her to like completely fall for him. Of course, like we don't want her to like be manipulated by him for her to like do that, but I think I'll get the picture. But I'm just saying there, just notice that.
You guys are diving off into something completely different because he's not answering.
Everything was fucking up for a second. sorry about that.
You guys are diving off into something completely different because he's not answering politically correct how you guys want him to answer, and he's answering truthfully in his truth, saying that he believes that men are the prize. That's a problem. Now y'all talking about canceling him. Now.
Okay, now hold on. Now, so like, if they have an issue with that, I believe the women are like in the wrong, because like men are the prize. Like it's just that we be again like the misandry. We be shitting on the wrong guys. Like no. Okay, yeah. So like we be shitting on like the good guys, but the bad guys, like, I think they get shot. Well, they're not really men, but they get shot on too. Boom, because like again, like she said, like when it comes to women doing shit, or like she's a boss bitch, she a bad bitch. Oh yeah, look at her go. It's like niggas, and then like they're trying to cancel him, because he said that men are the prize. Like hello, so like what the fuck we doing? Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness.
Now there's women in the comment section talking about they can't wait for her to get divorced and leave him.
What?
Oh, and if he would have answered and said, oh, I was so surprised when she was in my DM, and I couldn't believe, and I was so happy, you would have had women saying the same thing. Oh, he just a gold digger. Oh, he only wanted to be with her because of who she is.
No.
I think that one of the reasons that attracted her to him so much is because of the fact that he was not singing her praises. Doesn't mean he doesn't love her. Doesn't mean he does not respect her. Doesn't mean that he doesn't honor her. Doesn't mean that he does not cherish her. But I'm pretty sure she did not want to be with somebody who every day is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I'm with Simone Biles. Oh my gosh, baby, I can't believe. She wanted somebody that's serious, that's on a mission, that has a plan, that's focused. All I'm going to say is, you know, when it comes to this prize conversation, the reason why there is the narrative that, you know, men are the prize is because a woman by herself is amazing. But you see, there's a lot of things that come with having a man around or having a man in a relationship with you that you as a woman greatly benefit.
It's like, how about both are amazing? Like, again, lack of balance here.
It does not mean that the man does not benefit as well. It does not mean that. Again, a lot of women have this competition mindset, and they take that competition mindset into their relationships, and that's why they can't keep one or maintain one. Because instead of actually being in the relationship, realizing that you guys are working together, they are working against it because, oh, you're not the one that's better than me. Oh, you're not doing this. Oh, that's not fair. This is not fair. Anytime you hear a not fair argument, that's competition.
It's like big facts. Yeah, like freaking. It's like, why would you compete with someone that you say that you love? Like, I don't think there's much of any sense with that one. It's like the building blocks for failure at that point. Like the fact that there's so much like, you know, like, freaking like comparison. Kind of like what my ex's therapist said to both of us. Like we were both in a therapy session. Like, y'all need to seek comfort, and I'm seeing like some lack of that here. Like with me and my girlfriend, like or like my ex. Okay, I was the big headed one, sure, but it's like I can control it, fucking chaos control. I mean, like I'll say it, like it was fun shitting on her. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I have my personal issues, and I'm gonna lie. I'm not fucking perfect, just like everyone else. Like it was just like a habit, you know, for us to, you know, kind of like shit on each other. And like there's a sense of like not knowing where each other came from. I guess especially me, because people have like the hardest time knowing like what I'm like. Like I'm definitely like enigmatic, sure. Let me think. And then like yeah, she wasn't necessarily like competitive necessarily. Just a lot of like resistance on her end when it comes to like changing for the better, which is like a thing for women too. You know, since with like most women, it's like, you know, since like their life is going so well, like why would they change? They don't even seek change or gain intelligence or knowledge or wisdom is the thing. So like that can be a big issue too. Or like self-aware and self-awareness can go out the window too very easily in that situation. Okay, so let's see about wrapping up.
That's not being a team player. Whenever I see, you know, people who are doing this and talking about that, you know, when men are again around, the leadership again, the logic unmatched. As women, our emotions throughout the month are like up, down, up, down. Okay? Most women only get 2 good weeks out of the month where hormonally, emotionally, and even their logic is balanced. That's real.
Well, I'm not sure about the logic part, but again, I'm not sure about the logic part. Cause man, that should be straight.
up out the fucking window. Where do we start with that one?
Men, because they do not have that cycle that changes, they are the same. It's unmatched. The protection that they bring and provide. The stability.
Now, so like, what I will say though is, I see like a lot more inconsistency when it comes to like younger women, which is what I'm trying to like stay away from, because like I wasn't, like significantly older than my ex too, and yeah, I definitely have some problems, which is kind of why you would want to like stay with women in their later 20s, 30s, probably 40s, to have some consistency with them. But these young women do, like, man, they straight don't know what the fuck they want. They had no idea what their fucking selves are, man. Like, oh my god. Especially bad with fucking, some of the older women, and they have they have like a few kids, fucking. Just the very like resistant women is like the worst shit ever. I'm telling you right the fuck now.
The guidance. This is why the scale is a little tilted. However, what is a great man in his leadership skills without a woman who is willing to listen?
Exactly.
That's balance. What is a great woman in the wrong hands?
Exactly.
A relationship in which two people are attached to the same purpose, to the same goal, to the same mindset, who are working as a team in support of one another is the prize. Somebody who wants you to win just as much as you want them to win. Somebody who loves you and supports you and motivates you in their rightful role. Not because the woman makes more money means that she is now going to be in the masculine role. In the right role.
Cause yeah, okay, so like, I don't want to like keep going on for like forever, with all this stuff, especially with editing. But okay. So people get fucked up all the time that, oh yeah, like you have like the college degree, like you have a PhD, you're big into sports, like you have this career, you're set for life, right? It's like, no, you still need the character. Like you still need a very good character to like actually keep your life in a good direction and be in a good relationship with others. And if you lack that, like, you might as well shoot yourself in the fucking foot. Because who wants to deal with like a terrible fucking person? Someone that shitty. I think that's self-explanatory there. So I don't know where people get this from, but just because you pursue a freaking career, don't mean you have good character inherently. It's like, no. It's like, that's fucking stupid with that sort of like thought there. That's where women get fucked up too. That way, like, I had this career, but no one wants to have me. No one wants to pursue me. Well, that's because you're. It's like with especially when you hear that from women. It's like, yeah, like you straight up never worked on yourself. You haven't worked on yourself or your appearance. It was like, I don't know what the fuck do you expect at that point. It's like, what we doing here?
The feminine is amazing at so many things. Women are incredible and powerful at so many things in their rightful role. The
in
reason
the
why
right
we're seeing
role.
a lot of problems going on right now is because a lot of women are not in their role. They're trying to be, everything that a woman encompasses in a masculine role. It's not going to work because it's unbalanced. After all the backlash, people talking about, she going to leave her husband, she going to this, she going to all of these things. Simone Biles made this post, and she posted her and her husband on their wedding day, and she put mood. I support my man. I love my man. Nobody not going to tell me nothing, because I know what he brings. I know who he is. I know what he offers. I know his power. Okay. He made a post. Jonathan Owens made a post. Said, unbothered. Just know we locked in over here and she commented and said, for life. So no matter how divisive you guys are trying to be, no matter what drama you guys are trying to, no matter what tidbits you guys are trying to do, no matter what it is that you guys are trying to say, no matter how this was directed in a way to make it seem like, he should diminish himself or his self-worth, he's standing on his 10 toes.
Okay, so it's like I'm not really surprised that they're saying this anyway, because we're talking about people on the internet, and they're kind of proving like my point from earlier that like internet people are fucking like terminally online motherfuckers. Like they be like the worst people. It was like why they people that are just terminally online at this point, especially nowadays. Like it's just so fucking rare. Like literally 0.2% where you'll actually find like a decent person on a dating app. Might be even lower than that, or like a decent woman. Especially I say especially there, but anyways, because it's just so easy to find bad people. So like, I'm not surprised that they doubt their relationship when they have like issues, but it's like also like people in a relationship would have like issues because they're still trying to find that balance. It's like people like, have y'all never heard the yin and yang? Like there's gonna be some tussle and struggle with that. So like to expect them to like be in harmony, at the gate, even with their successes, it's very unrealistic. So like people are commonly victim to unrealistic expectations all the fucking time. It's fucking common. And these people don't help with that. So yeah, fuck them. Fuck the haters. And like this, and like something like this, like they can bounce back because like it's not like he fucking hit her. It's not like he be putting her in the fuck. Like a whole lot of these other celebrities putting their life in the hospital. So what was it, freaking Ike Turner? Like that shit ain't happening here. All right, yeah, okay, let's wrap this shit up.
And she's standing right there with him in support of him, as she should. I don't think there's anything wrong with this couple. I don't think there's anything wrong with what he said. If a woman said that she was a prize and she didn't interview, there would be absolutely no backlash. But again, once a man is sure of who he is in his masculine, people try to diminish you and try to force you into, again, bowing and fanning the flame to your woman, diminishing your self-worth, making yourself smaller, and he was not with it, and I'm not either. I love this, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was not too, I didn't have much knowledge on who either of them were. That's me being completely transparent.
Same here.
I'm just being completely real with you guys. But now I have a great respect for the both of them and for their relationship and their union. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this video.
Okay, well, she says that all the time, but I don't see her live reply here. Let me see. How many live replies there's? I'm just saying there because like in other videos she really don't talk about like the people commenting in her videos, and like did I sub? Oh, I think I'll sub later maybe. I'll have to think about it. It's like wow, so like these guys had like issues with their like relationship, they're gonna break up. Like even my ex had that sort of issue with her immature ass friends. Like niggas, like get this too. Like I don't hear this shit coming from her freaking family or freaking parents. Like what the fuck? Like, it's literally just them, fucking kids, man. Anyway, so okay, this was like a decent case here. I'm not sure what I was expecting either, but I'm glad me and her were on the same page. Guess 9% of the time there. So yeah, we did touch on like a lot of things here, and hopefully when people look at this video, people will know where I'm coming from a bit more. Because it's definitely something that I know people don't look into. So I can definitely see some confusion. Like the next one with her, people have a much better understanding of like where I come from when it comes to male. Oh fuck! I forgot to read my volume. Like when it comes to male female dynamics and that shit. So okay. Anyways, I was just done. It's Holiday Central, and I'm out. I gotta go now, and take care.